We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensures
Alright folks, welcome back to another OCAA soccer game between the Durham Lords and the Algonquin Wolves. Today we'll be looking at the men's team. Let's hope for a fantastic game. Hope both sides play safe. And here we go. The ball is kicked off by Durham. Durham sends it straight down into Wolf territory, but the ball falls out of play. Currently the Wolves are looking for a setup. Ball is passed to the Wolves. Durham gains possession of the ball. Currently back into center field. Wolves manage to steal and press down, penetrating through the defense of Durham. Durham manages to reclaim the ball. Back into the center field. Durham takes a small tumble. Whistle is blown and the ball falls out of play. Here we are as we're setting up a powerful kick, hoping to shake the defense of the Wolves, score a point for Durham. And here we go. Big kick, met with solid defense by the Algonquin Wolves, sending it back into the center field. Durham currently in possession of the ball. Currently Durham in possession of the ball, sending it further into the Wolves' territory. Ball has been sent to our goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper passes it. Durham in possession of the ball still. Excellent handling by our team. Algonquin manages to steal the ball, currently in possession of it, sending it back into center field. Currently keeping it away from Durham. Wolves are working on creating a solid attack plan in order to break through that Durham defense. Durham manages to recover the ball. Algonquin manages to steal the ball back. They're back into possession as they send the ball to their goalkeeper in order to regroup and re-strategize. The ball is kicked, sent to the center of the field. Algonquin manages to get the first touch on the ball, and the ball falls out of play. Currently looks like the Wolves' number 12, Oscar forward, is hurt. It seems to have been hit in the side of his head. Ball's back into play with ball being possessed by Durham. Durham currently setting up a good defense, sends the ball flying straight into the Wolves' territory. The ball makes its way into the bleachers. Ball is currently in play, being handled by the Algonquin Wolves. Currently playing some solid defense inside of their field. One big kick, sending it Wolves currently pressing on the attack, sending it straight down from the center, all the way into Durham territory. Small scramble, sending the ball back over to Durham's side. Durham in possession of the ball currently. Wolves managed to slide and kick that ball back into their possession. Currently Wolves are looking for a good setup, passing the ball back into center field. Wolves send the ball sending straight down towards Durham's side, which is met by the retrieval of the Durham Lords. Durham is currently in possession of the ball, looking for a great way to shuffle around the attack of the Wolves. The ball is sent to our goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper passes it back over to one of our Lords. The ball is sent flying across the field, straight into the heart of the Wolves' territory, and the whistle is blown. Currently Algonquin in possession of the ball. The goalkeeper runs up to catch the ball, looking for a reset. Goalkeeper sends the ball straight over to one of his fellow Wolves. They are currently shuffling the ball around, trying to figure out a way to penetrate the defense of the Durham Lords. One swift kick sends the ball straight into Durham territory. Durham meets the ball, sends it back towards the center. Durham in possession of the ball currently, playing some excellent defense. Durham still in possession of the ball, sending it further down into Wolf territory. A big kick is made towards the goalkeep. Goalkeep catches the ball for Algonquin. Algonquin sends the ball back towards his fellow Wolves. They're looking to make a solid defense against Durham before proceeding with an attack. Currently expertly handling the ball, keeping it away from Durham. Algonquin now sending it towards Durham's territory. They're looking for a goal. They're lining it up. Durham defends. And the goalie catches the ball, saving it just before the goal point. Durham now in possession of the ball. Algonquin manages to take the ball back over, sending it back into the center. Algonquin shoots the ball. Will Durham be able to defend against the assault of the Wolves? The ball is kicked, and it is sent out of play. Ball is currently in possession of the Durham Lords, and a big kick is made in order to send it to the attacking force of Durham. Will they be able to recover it? No. Oh. Seems like Durham actually has control of the ball currently. Algonquin defends and kicks it out of play. Durham currently looking for a good setup on the ball, trying to make a pass to a good position player. Durham and Algonquin currently fighting for possession of the ball. Durham currently in possession of the ball, looking to make that score on the goalie. Algonquin manages to defend. Durham regaining possession of the ball. And Algonquin manages to turn it over, take the ball into possession. Solid defense. Durham manages to take the ball back into possession. Looks like there's a kick to the shin. Durham is currently down. The foul of Algonquin ends up with Durham's penalty kick. Let's see if the Lords will be able to make a brilliant strategy from here. Huge kick from our Durham Lords. There's a scramble for the ball currently. Algonquin kicks it high in the air. Durham seems to be in possession of the ball currently. Durham trying to drive it down. The Wolves trying their very best to defend against it. The ball is kicked. Algonquin defends, sending it back over. And the ball ends up out of play. Out of the stadium. Durham Lords kick the ball back into play. Will they be able to catch the ball? No, the ball flies over all the players' heads. There's currently a scramble for the ball near the end of the zone. Durham currently in position, fighting to keep that ball in play. Amazing technique from Durham, keeping the ball away from the Algonquins. Unfortunately, the ball is sent out of play. Ball is now in possession of the goalkeeper, who is currently setting up, waiting for his fellow Algonquin Wolves. He makes a big kick, sending it towards the center. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball. Currently Algonquin is pushing the ball. Oh, they accidentally kick it out of play. Durham currently in possession of the ball down in the center of the field. Passing it over deeper into Wolf territory. Durham Lords are currently struggling against the defense of the Algonquins. Algonquin passes it over to the goalkeeper in order to reset. Algonquin passes it. Currently they're in control of the ball. They send it straight down into the center of the field. Algonquin still in possession of the ball. And the ball falls out of play. Durham now in possession of the ball, kicking it straight into the center of the field, which is met by another Durham player. Algonquin manages to intercept the ball, managing to play good defense. Durham currently turning over the ball, putting it back into the defensive line, setting it up to be passed. They're passing it around in order to scramble the offense of the Algonquin Wolves. The ball is currently in the center of the field, being passed down by the Durham Lords. The offense still continues as Algonquin tries to catch up with defense. Looks like there's a small tumble. 2 players fall down. Algonquin now in possession of the ball. The ball is passed. Algonquin still in possession of the ball. They pass it back into the center of the field. A big kick is made. Ball is caught by Algonquin. Algonquin with some swift offense right there, accidentally kicking it towards the end field. The ball is kicked towards the goalpost. Durham recovers the ball, manages to keep it in play, and Algonquin kicks the ball out of play. Durham currently in possession of the ball outside of the line, looking to pass it to the best positioned player. The ball is on the move right now, and the ball is kicked out of play. Durham currently looking for a good setup once again. The ball is in their possession at the moment. The ball is tossed. Durham is currently in possession of the ball, fighting for it. Algonquin manages to take it back. The ball is sent further back into the defensive line of the Algonquin Wolves. They send it forward, hoping that their offense will be able to catch it. The Wolves currently struggling to keep possession of that ball. They manage to pass it back, securing it. They send it flying over to the right side of the field. Will the Wolves be able to keep it? The ball is now in possession of the Durham Lords, which is now sent over to their goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looking for a big shot right here, trying to send it down midfield. Huge hit from the Durham Lords. Algonquin meets it with a nasty headbutt. The Durhams also bounce it back with another headbutt. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball. Center field, Algonquin with the ball still, passing it back. Trying to find a gap in the defense of the Durham Lords. Algonquin presses on the attack, passes it forward. Durham manages to overtake the ball, passing it. They're driving their offense right now through the Algonquin defense. Algonquin manages to take the ball back, sending it back into center field. Looks like the Durham Lords are catching up with their defense. Lots of pressure on that offensive Wolf. And the ball falls out of play by the Algonquins. Huge hit from the Durham Lords goalkeeper. One of the Lords try to catch the ball, stumble a little bit. Algonquin ends in possession. Seems like there's a hurt player on Algonquin's side, perhaps a kick to the shin. Hopefully he's alright. Looks like the Algonquin Wolves injured player is going to be alright. He's walking off of the field currently. Durham with a huge kick sending it over into Algonquin territory. The Algonquin goalkeeper manages to get possession of the ball. He picks it up. He's looking for a solid pass right now. He doesn't want to make a mistake. There are currently too many Lords around for him to make a mistake. Algonquin in possession of the ball. They kick it over into Lords territory. Lords manage to kick the ball. They're now in possession. Seems to be a small scramble for the ball in the center. Durham Lords currently prevailing in maintaining control of that ball. Durham driving it into the heart of Wolf territory, over onto the left side of the field. Durham looking for an opening in that defense. Durham still driving, looking for more. And they accidentally kick the ball out of play. Number 25 of the Algonquin Wolves, Mo Alfandi, steps onto the field. Durham looking to make a goal right here. Will they be able to break through the Algonquin defense? The ball is in the air. Who's going to get the ball? It looks like Algonquin is in possession. It seems like one of the Algonquin players has gotten hurt. Perhaps a collision from that headbutt. Ball's back into play with possession of Algonquin. Algonquin playing with the Lords a little bit, trying to see if they can break through the defense. Algonquin shooting the ball straight into the center, sending it straight back, and sending it back over the center. The Lords meet it with a headbutt, trying to catch the ball, gaining control of the ball over the Algonquins. Currently, Lords are in possession, and they send the ball over to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looking to pass it back over to the player. Huge shot from our Durham Lords, sending it back into center field. Will they be able to keep control of the ball, or will Algonquin be able to take it over? It looks like Durham Lords prevail. They have possession of the ball. They're running it straight through into the Wolf territory. Will they be able to weave through? Wolves seem to have defended quite well. Durham Lords now back in possession of the ball at the center of the field. Durham Lords press the ball even further into Wolf territory. And a slide kick from Algonquin sends that ball straight out of play. Durham Lords currently in possession of that ball, looking for a good pass. Will they be able to break through the defense and get the first goal of the game? Looks like Algonquin managed to keep the ball away from the goalkeeper. Durham back in control of the ball. They shoot, and they slightly miss the goalpost, sending it out of play. Ball is back into play due to the Algonquin goalkeeper. Ball is sent further up, almost at the center of the field now. Algonquin in control of the ball, passing over the halfway threshold, now pushing themselves further into Durham territory. Algonquin accidentally sent the ball out of play. Currently, the Durham Lords are looking to make some plays and advance the ball further into the enemy territory. But Algonquin's offense seems to be giving the defense quite a hard time. Defense now turns into offense. Durham Lords currently on the attack, pressuring the ball further into enemy territory. Shot is made. Goalkeeper for the Algonquins managed to cover it. Ball is shot again by Durham, but misses just barely going over the net. Algonquin's goalkeeper in possession of the ball, looking to send it forward. Algonquin's defense proving very strong, keeping the ball away from Durham. Durham manages to steal the ball back. A big kick sends it further down into the Wolf territory. Wolves manage to get possession of the ball once again, sending it back into the center of the field. Durham in possession of the ball, but further down into their side. Durham sends the ball high. Back into possession of the ball. Durham takes a small tumble, and the whistle is blown. Huge kick from our Durham Lords, sending it straight down onto the Wolves side. Will they be able to gain control of the ball? Durham Lords currently in possession of the ball. Good dribbling, good passing, send it back into the center. Durham Lords send it straight down towards the goalpost. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball. The ball goes out of play, giving it back over to Durham. Ball is back into play. Durham Lords currently have possession of the ball. They're looking to get a goal right now. They shoot, it's blocked by the Algonquins, which results in the ball falling out of play. Durham Lords looking for a setup currently, trying to break that Algonquin defense and get the first goal of the game. Will they be able to do it? The ball is in play right now. Durham currently in possession, and the ball is kicked over the net, putting the ball out of play. Algonquin's goalkeeper kicks the ball straight into the center of the playing field. Durham Lords push it right back onto their side. Durham currently in possession of the ball. The ball is kicked straight into Wolf territory once again. Wolves are in possession of the ball. Durham Lords attempt to steal, but are unsuccessful. Ball is passed from one Wolf to another, trying to make for some great offense. Durham Lords managed to steal the ball back from the Algonquins. Gaining possession of the ball, trying to pass it back. Durham kicks the ball straight over into the Wolves side and just barely miss it, putting the ball out of play and turning it over to the Algonquins. Algonquin looking to pass the ball. They successfully pass the ball. Will they be able to keep up their offense? And the Lords kick the ball out of play. Algonquin Wolves currently looking for a way to penetrate that Durham defense. Durham Lords have possession of the ball. Algonquin manages to take it back. There's currently a scramble between the Lords and the Wolves prevail. Lords are successful in taking the ball back and assuming control. They dribble it down over into the Wolf territory once again. There's a slide kick from Algonquin to knock that ball out of play. Currently the ball is back into play with Algonquin in possession. A slide kick seems to have put Durham back in control, but no, Algonquin turns out to be the victor of that small little scuffle. Durham Lords accidentally knocked the ball out of play, giving it back over to Algonquin. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball, making their way over to the goalkeeper. They decide to kick the ball back into the center of the field. Perhaps regroup and re-strategize and find a way to get through that defense and make the first goal of the game. Good offense by Algonquin, sends the ball further into our territory. Amazing defense by the Lords as they set it back. Algonquin returning fire, sending the ball further into the Lords territory. Lords managing to recenter the ball and sending it over into the Wolves territory. Wolves are now in possession of the ball as they manage to get it back towards the center. Algonquin passing the ball back in order to build up a defense. And the ball hits one of the Lords and knocks the ball out of play. The ball is back into play with Algonquin in possession. Durham Lords managed to seize it. Currently there's a small scuffle for the ball. Algonquin currently in control. Algonquin still maintaining control of that ball, passing over the center of the field, sending it straight over into Durham Lord's side. The Lords managed to gain repossession of the ball, playing good defense. A big kick sends the ball straight over into the center of the playing field. Lords are currently in position, making a good pass into a nice open area, giving plenty of breathing room for their players. Algonquin manages to intercept the ball, regaining control, sending it back over to their side. Algonquin with a big kick, sending the ball over onto Durham. Durham manages to catch the ball. The whistle is blown. Looks like Durham Lords are the benefactor of this foul call. Huge kick from our Lords. Will they be able to recover? Will they be able to make the first goal of the game? The ball is currently bouncing around. And another whistle is blown. Another foul. Algonquin back in possession of the ball. They send it straight into center field, maintaining control, keeping excellent defense, and just slightly failing a pass, resulting in the turnover of the ball to the Durham Lords. Durham Lords send the ball back into play, currently pushing it further and further into the Wolves' territory. Big pass, intercepted by Algonquin. Algonquin sends it back into the center, maintaining solid offense. Lord struggling to get repossession of that ball. Ball is still in possession of the Algonquin Wolves. Algonquin doing really well with passing and footwork with that ball. Durham fighting back a little bit, almost getting possession of the ball, but still in Algonquin's possession. The Algonquin player falls down, giving the ball over to the Durham Lords. Durham Lords currently in possession of the ball. Solid defense from our Lords, resulting in the turnover of the ball. Algonquin manages to steal the ball back. Good footwork by the Wolves over there. Big kick sends it over to our Lords. Lords shoot it straight down into center. Algonquin manages to recover the ball. Algonquin sending it back over to their side so that they can regroup. Big kick from Algonquin, sending it back over to the Lords side. Lords are currently trying their best to play defense, keep the ball away from their goal. Algonquin still in possession of the ball. Durham kicks the ball, resulting in the ball falling out of play, turning it back over to the Algonquins. Algonquin sending the ball back into play. Durham Lords being able to steal the ball, passing it straight up. Will the offense prevail, or will the defense be able to shut down the offense? Seems like both players have tripped over the ball, resulting in it falling out of play. Algonquin sending the ball back into the center of the field. Durham Lords are able to pick up the ball. The offense is expertly weaving through the defense of the Algonquins. Will they be able to keep on the attack? Currently, the defense of the Wolves are bolstering. The Wolves are currently having a hard time finding a way to make the ball go, and the Algonquins kick the ball out of play, turning it back over to the Lords. The ball is back into play with Durham in possession currently. Durham currently trying to find a way to break through that defense. As the ball is driven further into Wolf territory, you can see that the defense is getting tighter and the offense is also trying their best in order to break it down. Algonquin manages to get the ball back from Durham. Algonquin in possession of the ball, they send it down into center field. Durham being able to steal the ball back. Algonquin and Durham currently charging the ball. Durham catches it, and they send it straight out of play. Algonquin's goalkeeper currently in possession of the ball, waiting to have his players form in order to make a solid play. He kicks the ball, sending it over into the center of the area. A big hit from the Durham Lords, sending it back into Wolf territory. A failed headbutt from our Durham Lords, but that's okay. Currently, Algonquin is in possession of the ball. Algonquin sending it further back onto Durham's side. Durham's defensive line decides to kick the ball out of play and turning it back over to Algonquin. Algonquin currently in possession. Lords fighting to get the ball. Will they be able to get possession? The whistle's blown. Looks like one of the Algonquins may have been hurt. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball due to the foul that was made earlier in the play. Big kick from the Algonquins. Headbutt made by the Durham Lords. Another headbutt made by Durham. Algonquin seems to have possession of the ball currently. The player falls and trips, which turns into the possession of the Durham Lords. Whistle is blown as another foul has occurred on the Algonquin Wolves. Ball's back in play with possession of Algonquin. Durham Lords on the attack, trying to get possession of the ball. Algonquin kicks it back over to their side in order to keep possession of the ball. A big kick from the Algonquins, sending it straight into the heart of our territory. Seems like one of our Lords was pushed over, resulting in the ball also being put out of play. Algonquin looking to capitalize off of the penalty that was given to Durham Lords. Durham Lords successfully defending so far. Durham Lords goalkeeper getting possession of the ball, looking for a smart place to send it, decides to kick it upfield, but the ball falls out of play. Big scuffle for the ball currently. Durham Lords in possession. Algonquin manages to steal it back. Algonquin in possession of the ball, looking for a good pass. Unfortunately, doesn't pass it to any one of their players. Durham Lords back in possession of the ball. Algonquin manages to turn the ball back onto their favor. They're driving it through the center, kick it up. Nobody's there to catch the ball. The ball rolls out of play, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. Ball is back into play. Durham Lords currently in possession of the ball. Nice headbutt from our team right there. Algonquin manages to get possession of the ball, passing it up. Back into Durham territory. Algonquin taking their time, trying to strategize and see if there's a way that they can break through the defense of the Durham Lords. Currently, they're struggling to find any openings. They pass the ball back. Durham Lords on top of it, making sure that their offense is unable to go anywhere. Algonquin passes it further down into the heart of Durham. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball, as they're weaving it through our defense currently. Durham manages to get possession of the ball, sending it back into the center. Big kick from Durham. Algonquin defends, keeping the ball in the air. Algonquin in possession of the ball. Durham looking to steal. Algonquin sends it back, trying to keep the ball safe, keep it away from Durham. Durham heavy on the attack, looking for any opening in the defense of the Algonquin Wolves. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball, trying to keep it away from Durham, trying to find a way through that impeccable defense. Durham sending it back. And the shot is called off because of a foul. Whistle is blown. Algonquin in possession of the ball, sending it straight over to the Lord side. Lord's currently keeping the ball in the air, juggling it, keeping it away from the Algonquins. Algonquin seems to have gotten the ball back as they pass it forward, trying to find a way to weave through that defense of Durham Lawrence. Durham currently turning the ball back over, sending it back into center of the field. Big headbutt from our Durham Lawrence. Ball is back in possession. Huge offense from our player, but unfortunately kicks the ball away from his teammates, resulting in the ball falling out of play. Currently, we will be on halftime, so take your time to refill your snacks and refill your drinks. We'll be back shortly.
We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensured that the student experience came first at Durham College. But we've reached a tipping point. As we reflect on all we've accomplished and look closely at where we stand, it's clear. We're not just putting the student experience first, we're reinventing it. What's happening on our campuses, across our communities, and around the globe is a DC-grown and led transformation of the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we work, live, and lead. The many paths to post-secondary education merge and weave in so many new ways, and our approach to delivering that education, advanced learning that innovates, inspires, and changes lives, is just as varied. We are shaping this transformation shoulder to shoulder, heads down while working hard, but always with clear eyes on the future. This is our stake in the ground. We are DC, and together, we are leading the way. We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensured that the student experience came first at Durham College. But we've reached a tipping point. As we reflect on all we've accomplished and look closely at where we stand, it's clear. We're not just putting the student experience first, we're reinventing it. What's happening on our campuses, across our communities, and around the globe is a DC-grown and led transformation of the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we work, live, and lead. The many paths to post-secondary education merge and weave in so many new ways, and our approach to delivering that education, advanced learning that innovates, inspires, and changes lives, is just as varied. We are shaping this transformation shoulder to shoulder, heads down while working hard, but always with clear eyes on the future. This is our stake in the ground. We are DC, and together, we are leading the way.
And we're back. Currently Algonquin with possession of the ball near the center of the playfield. Algonquin trying their best to drive the ball into the territory of Durham. Durham's defense slowly catching up. And slide tackle by Durham, keeping the ball away from Algonquin. Ball's back into play. Currently with Algonquin in possession. Looking for a way to break through that defense. Defense from Durham prevails. Taking possession of the ball, running it straight down into Wolves territory. Wolves manage to catch the ball with their goalie. Goalie sends the ball. Algonquin currently in possession of the ball, trying to find a way to get through defense once again. Seems like there are too many lords for the Wolves to maneuver through. The attack still persists from Algonquin. Durham managing to steal the ball back with impeccable defense, passing it forward, turning defense into offense. Durham currently running the ball straight towards the goal. Will they be able to get the first point of the game? Durham passing the ball back, trying to get greater control, make a better setup against the Wolves. Whistle is blown. One of the Algonquin players looks like he's hurt, perhaps a kick to the shin. Hopefully he's not too injured. Looks like he is okay. Seems to have been able to walk it off. Ball is back into play with Durham taking possession of the ball. Currently they push the ball back a little bit in order to formulate a strategy. Durham currently playing keep away. Durham drives the ball forward. Seems like there's a bit of a struggle. Durham currently looking for a way to push that ball forward. Algonquin meeting them with good defense. The ball is in the air. The ball goes out of play, and the goalkeeper will take the ball. Algonquin's goalkeeper looking for a big kick, sends it flying. Algonquin and Durham miss, resulting in the ball falling out of play. That will turn the ball over to Durham. Durham sends the ball back into their zone, looking to make another strategy. Durham pushing forward. Algonquin taking possession of the ball, sending it forward. Durham recovers, defends the ball successfully, sending it back into the center of the field. Durham currently weaving the ball around, kicking it forward. Algonquin catching the ball. Algonquin now has possession of the ball. Durham takes back possession of the ball, looking to regroup and reform. Algonquin intercepting a pass, taking possession of the ball, sending it back into their own field, sending it over to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper sends it back over to the players. Looks like Algonquin wants to scramble the Durham players, but the Durham players are holding strong, keeping a solid defense. Durham currently sends the ball back over to the Algonquin side. The ball is now out of play, sending the ball onto Algonquin's side. Seems like another one of the Algonquin players is hurt. The Algonquin player has gotten back on his feet. He seems to be A-OK. Perhaps resuming back to play. And that does seem to be the case. Algonquin now in possession of the ball, looking to make a well-placed pass, as they're hoping to break through that Durham defense and get the first goal of the game. Durham manages to steal the ball back, pushing it further into Wolf territory. Durham trying to expertly weave through the defense, but accidentally sends the ball out of play. A new ball is put into play. Algonquin's goalkeeper now has the ball. He's setting up for a big kick. He sends it straight down the center, over to the Algonquin players. Durham tries to intercept. Unfortunately, he's unable to. Algonquin passes down further into Durham territory. Algonquin still in control of the ball. Durham trying to find a way to shut down this play at the moment. Algonquin is trying, but there are too many lords on that one wolf. Durham currently in possession of the ball. They kick it down into the center of the field, sending it back over into the bleachers. Sending the ball out of play and turning it back over to the Algonquins. Durham Lords currently in possession of the ball as they try to run it down. Ball falls out of play, turning it back over to Algonquin once again. Algonquin looking for a strategical place to set that ball. He sends it forward. Surrounded by some of the Durham Lords, but manages to successfully get the ball out of that situation. Algonquin now has the ball. A solid passing from Algonquin as they try to weave through the Durham defense. Currently, there's a slip and fall. Durham gets possession of the ball. They're looking to make a play towards that goal post. Algonquin manages to steal the ball back. Big pass is made, sending it straight into Durham's side. Algonquin still manages to get possession of the ball. There's a scramble for the ball. Now Durham has the ball. And the ball is kicked out of play by Algonquin, and the whistle is blown. Algonquin in possession of the ball, once again looking for another strategical place to place it. The ball is launched. Algonquin with possession of the ball, sending it back over to their side. Durham Lords hot in pursuit of the ball. Algonquin sending the ball back into center. Durham Lords all over it. Algonquin weaves through the defense of Durham Lords. Currently, Algonquin is trying their very best in order to get the ball over to the goalkeeper, but it seems like the Durham Lords are able to keep the ball away. Impeccable defense from our players once again. They're keeping the ball away from the Algonquins, and the Algonquins kick the ball out of play, turning it back over to Durham Lords. Ball is back into play. Currently Durham in possession. There's a bit of a scramble in the middle, but it turns out Algonquin has control of the ball now. They're currently sending it into Durham Lords territory. Durham Lords fight back and push the ball back into the center. Bit of a scramble. Durham Lords falls down. Algonquin in possession. Currently a battle for the ball at the moment as the Durham Lords try to repossess the ball but are unsuccessful. Algonquin tries to kick the ball further down, which is blocked by Durham. Algonquin back in possession of the ball. Small slip out in the Algonquin's part. Now Durham Lords are back in possession of it. Looks like one of the Algonquin players may be hurt. Durham pushing the ball down. Making a pass. And they try to send it back over to the right side of the field. Durham unsuccessful in their attack. Algonquin successfully defending, sending the ball closer to the center of the field. Durham now in possession of the ball, pushing it back into the center of the field, allowing their team time to regroup. Durham passes the ball back into the center. Big kick from Durham, sending the ball way, way close to the goalkeeper. Algonquin successfully defending with a headbutt, sending the ball further onto their side. Algonquin, once again, sends the ball straight over to the bleachers, kicking the ball out of play and turning it over to Durham Lords. Looks like there is a player substitution on Algonquin side. Number 18 steps out and allows number 6 to get onto the field. Ball is back into play. Durham Lords currently in possession of the ball. They make a big kick, trying to send it further down, further their offense. The goalkeeper manages to intercept. Durham Lords catch the ball. They're looking to make it the first score of the game. There's a big shot blocked by one of the Algonquins. Durham still looking at another big block. Durham trying to keep it in there. Algonquin manages to get the ball back in the center. Durham retaliates, sending the ball back over to Algonquin's side. And Algonquin's trying their very best to keep that ball centered. The whistle is now blown. There's a foul call. Looks like our Durham Lords are setting up a foul kick. Will this result in the first score of this game? He's setting up, analyzing, charging, making a big kick. Unsuccessful in his attack. The goalie of the Algonquin Wolves manages to defend, sends that ball back into the center, over onto the Durham Lords side. Durham Lords defenders manage to get the ball with a nice headbutt, gaining control, kicks the ball straight over into the center. Algonquin manages to turn the ball over onto their side. Algonquin still in possession. Durham Lords manage to retake the ball. Things are getting heated as Durham gets closer and closer to that goalkeeper. Algonquin seems to be very successful in keeping that ball away from their goalie, sending it right back into the center. Durham Lords attempt to take the ball back, but Algonquin keeps pushing it forward. Algonquin looking like they have a clean shot on the goalkeeper of the Durham Lords. Durham Lords goalkeeper manages to block the shot, giving it right back to the offensive line. Algonquin defends successfully against Durham. The ball is back in Algonquin's possession. Durham looking for a way to steal the ball back and attempt another goal. The goalkeeper manages to get possession of the ball, kicks the ball out of play, turning it back over for the Durham Lords. Durham currently with the ball, looking for the best situation. They send it into their player closest to the goalkeeper. They're scrambling for the ball. Algonquin seems to have control. He falls and slides. Durham has the ball now. Algonquin now has the ball back. They kick it. Durham retakes the ball. He's looking for the line. He passes it to a player. Algonquin intercepts, sends the ball back into center. Durham sends the ball straight back into the heart of Wolves territory. Durham trying to get more control of the ball as they send it back over to one of their players. Algonquin trying their best to shut down that offense from Durham. Currently, there are 3 defenders on that one attacker. The ball is now out of play. Ball is back into play. Durham Lords looking to make another big play, trying to get that goal, and they accidentally knock the ball out of play once again, turning it back over to the Algonquin Wolves. Algonquin's goalkeeper setting up a big shot, sending it over to a defensive player. Algonquin managed to successfully weave off the offense of the Durham Lords. Durham Lords managed to kick the ball out of play, turning it back over to Algonquin though. The ball is back in play with Algonquin in possession. Algonquin manages to kick it back into the heart of Durham. Durham currently racing to catch that ball and make sure that there is no chance. And the ball is now out of play. Right now things are pretty much in a stalemate as Durham and Algonquin both struggle to find any sort of way to make a goal on one another. The score is still currently 0-0. Durham currently cooking up a strategy. The goalkeeper is analyzing the field right now, trying to see which player would be the most beneficial to pass to. He winds up, makes a big kick, goes all the way into the center of the field. Algonquin makes first contact with the ball, managing to get control of it. Durham looking to steal the ball back. Algonquin still managing to keep the ball in their possession. The Algonquin player falls down, giving possession of the ball over to Durham. Durham now in control, but he's currently overrun by all of the Wolves around him. Durham currently now has the ball back into position. The whistle is blown. Looks like the whistle was blown on Algonquin's side, giving Durham a chance to make a play and attempt to make that first goal that we are all so eagerly anticipating. Big hit from our Durham Lord, but a save from the defense of Algonquin Wolves. The ball is back in play. Algonquin manages to fend off the attack from Durham. Will Durham be able to find a way to get back in there? Algonquin kicks the ball high. Goalkeeper catches the ball. He's looking to pass it to someone. The ball is kicked all the way down into Durham's side. Algonquin looking like they have a shot. No, Durham kicks the ball out of play, saving it from a potential threat, but also turning it back over to the Algonquins. Algonquin in possession of the ball. They're trying to look for a small hole in that defense in order to make a play. The ball is kicked out of play, though, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. Goalkeeper currently setting up the ball, waiting for the players to get in position. He makes a big kick, sending it straight into the middle of the field. Durham makes first contact. Algonquin makes second contact. The ball is in the possession of the Algonquins right now. There's a cross. It looks like somebody had their ankle stepped on. The Algonquin player is hurt. Algonquin now has possession of the ball. They kick the ball straight down. Durham manages to defend, catching the ball, getting possession. Durham on the offense now, sending the ball straight forward. Algonquin managing to recover the ball. The ball goes out of play straight into the bleachers, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. Algonquin now with possession of the ball in the center of the field, trying to find a way to break through that defense yet again. They're taking their time, passing very, very short distances. A bigger pass sends it further down the field. One of the Durham Lords tried to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, they're not able to catch up. Algonquin sends the ball straight down into the heart of our field. Durham doing their very best in order to keep possession of the ball, keep it away from the goalkeeper. Algonquin finding a way to push it back. Durham pushing it right back into the center. Algonquin sending it straight down to the heart again. Durham successfully defending. Algonquin with the possession of the ball, looking for a way to break through that defense. Algonquin passing, trying to buy time, trying to find a flaw in the strategy, but nope. They send the ball straight. Our goalkeeper fails to stop the ball. Algonquin gaining the first point of the game, making that 1 for Algonquin and 0 for the Lords. It appears that number 17 of the Algonquin Wolves, Mr. Dupi Gershom, has made the first goal of the game. putting the Wolves ahead of the Lords. Will they be able to recover this game? Algonquin in possession of the ball. They're trying to keep dominance in this game. The Durham Lords are trying their very best in order to shut them down. The goalkeeper comes out, catches the ball. He's looking for the best player to pass it to. Currently Durham in control, trying to expertly weave through the defense of the Algonquins and try to recover that point that they lost. Algonquin manages to get the ball back, currently in possession. Durham manages to steal back possession. Algonquin with possession of the ball once again. Algonquin slowly but surely trying to creep their way forward as they try to shuffle around the Durham Lords offense. The defense of the Wolves is currently passing the ball back to the goalkeeper, who is sending it back into the defense. Algonquin tries to send the ball back to the goalie in order to try to make more space. They send the ball over to the right side of the field, passing it back into the center. A big pass is made. Algonquin still in possession of the ball. Durham Lords managed to get the ball, kicking it high in the air. It could be anybody's ball at this point. Algonquin seizing the ball back to their side. Algonquin still with possession of the ball, passing it up. Will they be able to make a second goal of the game, or will the goalie be able to stop it? The goalie manages to kick the ball. Durham is now in possession of the ball. They pass it forward. Algonquin touches it and results in the ball going out of play, turning it back over for the Durham Lords. Durham Lords throw the ball forward, hoping to seize the opportunity. Algonquin hitting the ball, putting it back into the hands of Durham. Durham taking a moment to analyze and see where the ball should go next. Algonquin headbutt the ball. There's a scramble for the ball right now. Algonquin now in possession of the ball. Solid defense on Algonquin's part. Durham Lords struggling to find an opening. Defense now offense. And the offense of the Algonquins fails. It turns back over to the Durham Lords. Durham Lords kick it far, hoping that their player will be able to catch up and perhaps get that goal. Algonquin having solid defense. There's a small tussle for the ball, resulting in Durham Lords' success. The shot was made but blocked. Algonquin sends the ball out of the field, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. But there appears to be an injury for one of the players of the Algonquin Wolves. The Algonquin player seems to be back on his feet. He seems A-okay, a small limp in his step. Will he be able to continue playing, or will he be subbed out? Looks like they're subbing him out currently. Ball is back into play. Durham Lords currently with possession of the ball. Durham currently trying to make their very best. And Algonquin manages to kick the ball out of play again, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. Ball is back into play with possession of Algonquin. Algonquin looking to make another offensive play, but unfortunately results in the ball falling out of play. Algonquin in possession of the ball. They're looking to pass it and make another play to get another goal on our Durham Lords. And the ball is kicked out of play yet again. Successful defense by the Durham Lords, stopping another goal. Now will Durham be able to turn that defense into offense and get another goal to tie this game up? Ball is back into play. Algonquin kicks the ball way out of the play. Another ball is put into play. Goalkeeper from Durham Lords kicks the ball all the way to center field. Players are currently scrambling to get possession of the ball. Durham Lords seem to have possession. It seems like they are really, really pressed, and they really want to make this goal. Algonquin playing good defense yet again, keeping the ball away from Durham. Durham in possession currently. The ball is kicked out of play by Algonquin, giving it back to the Durham Lords. Ball is back into play. The ball is sent back into the center. Durham Lords catch it. Durham Lords can make it a swift play, try to get that ball back into the goal. Algonquin successfully defends, sending it back to the center. Durham manages to recover it, sends it right back over into the Algonquin side. There's a headbutt made. The ball is going straight towards the goalie. The goalie manages to stop it, picks up the ball. Algonquin's goalie looking for the best possible person to pass it to. He decides to kick it instead, sending it all the way over into the territory of Durham. Durham manages to defend it, kicking back into the center. Durham with possession. Durham currently expertly dribbling this ball, trying to keep it away from the Algonquins. The Algonquins fail to get control of the ball, and the ball ends out of play. Seems like our Durham Lord, David Connor, number 6, appears to be a little injured at the moment. Hopefully he can stay on the field. Ball is back into play. Algonquins seem to have first contact with the ball. Ball is now in possession of the Durham Lords. Currently we're trying to find a way to weave through that defense. Algonquin manages to take the ball back, but pushes it out of play, turning it back over to the Durham Lords. Durham now proceeds to try to find the best possible angle to toss this ball. He's looking. He swaps. The ball is tossed into play. The ball is kicked, and the goalie of the Algonquins just barely manages to save it. What an incredible defense from Algonquin Wolves. Algonquin safely rolling the ball to a close-by defensive play, passing it to yet another Algonquin play. The ball just barely slides out of play, giving possession to the Durham Lords. Durham kicks the ball, looking to make another offensive play. Durham struggling to actually get control of the ball at the moment. Now they have ball control. Currently there's a struggle to keep possession of the ball, and it is kicked out of play, giving the ball possession back over to the Durham Lords. Ball is back in play. Algonquin seems to have defended. The ball is currently in pursuit by the Durham Lords. Durham Lords managed to keep the ball back into play. A big kick is made, passing it over to one of his fellow teammates over on the right end of the field. Another big kick is made, sending it straight down over to the Wolves' side. The ball was just barely kept into play, but it looks like Algonquin has kicked the ball out. Durham tosses the ball in, trying to look for another way to poke through this defense, hopefully to get their first goal of the game. It seems as if the Wolves' defense has overpowered the Durham Lords. Durham Lords looking to recover the ball. It seems to be in possession of the Durham Lords. Durham Lords seem to be holding the ball in the center of the field. Big pass from one Durham Lord to another. Currently looking for a way to weave through that defense of the Wolves. An accidental dribble causes the Durham Lord to push the ball out of play, turning it back over to Algonquin. The ball is back into play. Algonquin seem to have the ball. Two players fall down. It seems as if our Durham Lord is injured. Nope, he got back on his feet just fine. Durham Lords in possession of the ball right now, looking to make a final play with only a few minutes remaining on the clock. Will they be able to make this play? Will they be able to tie things up? Big hit from our Durham Lords, sending it straight into the fray. Currently Durham Lords in possession of the ball. Algonquin manages to defend, kicking the ball back into the center. Durham Lord passing it forward, trying to drive it back into the heart of the Wolves' den. Durham Lords looking for a good opportunity. Algonquin managing to kick the ball back a little bit. Back into the possession of another Durham Lord. Durham Lords trying to find that opportunity to make the goal that they so desperately crave right now. The ball is in the air right now. It could be anybody's ball. There's a collision between two of the Algonquin players, and the whistle is blown. The ball is back into play with the possession of the Algonquins. Durham Lords pushing forward, trying to find an opening. They managed to steal the ball back off of a pass. Durham Lords trying their absolute hardest in order to make this goal in the last couple of minutes that they have. There's a slide tackle attempted, but it doesn't work. Durham Lords are now Algonquin is in possession of the ball. Slide tackle is made from the Lords, knocking the player over. It seems as if he's injured now. Number 8 of the Algonquin team, Alessandro Vivolo, seems to be down. he gets back up just like nothing happened. Seems a-okay. A big kick from the Algonquin goalkeeper sends it straight into the heart of the Durham Lords territory. Algonquin still with possession of the ball. They're trying to look for another goal right now. Kick is made. The ball is missed. Algonquin still in possession of the ball, looking to make another attack on the Durham Lords goal. Durham Lords trying their best with defense, successfully taking the ball from them, sending it back into the center. Durham Lords currently in a tussle with the Algonquins, trying to overpower them with sheer offense. And the ball is sent straight to the goalkeeper. Algonquin goalkeeper looking for the best possible scenario right now. And the whistle is blown for another foul. Tensions build as Durham needs this free kick in order to tie up the game and bring home the glory for Durham. Successful block from the Algonquins. Durham chases, trying to recover the ball. The ball is now out of play. Durham Lords now in possession of the ball. Looking to pass it in. Oh. Ball is back into play right now. Durham Lords currently possess it. They're looking for a big pass. The ball falls out of play. The ball is now back to the goalkeeper of the Algonquins. Algonquin's goalkeeper makes a big kick, sending it straight over to the Lords side. Lords defense manages to catch up and get the ball. The ball is kicked, sent over to the Algonquins team. Algonquins send the ball straight back over to the goalkeeper. They slip over the ball, but they still have possession of it. Algonquin still with ball possession, looking for another score. Durham Lords defense says absolutely not, as they drive the ball back into the center. Algonquin kicks the ball out of play. The ball is now back in play. A big kick is made by the Algonquins, putting the ball back into the center. Algonquins now kick the ball out of play. Tensions are high for the Durham Lords as they know they need to make this play right here in order to win. The ball falls out of play again, and resulting in Algonquin with possession of the ball. The ball is sent back into play. Durham tries to get that ball. Algonquin accidentally kicks the ball out of play. Algonquin manages to take the ball from Durham. Durham manages to recover the ball. Currently a lot of headbutting going on for this ball. Algonquin sends the ball high in the air into the center of the arena. And currently, the Durham Lords are in possession of the ball. They're looking to drive it straight down and bring home that glory for their school. A big kick is made, and it just barely misses the goal. Big kick from the Algonquin goalkeeper, sending it straight over to the Durham Lords. Durham Lords looking to make absolute best scenario out of this situation. The ball is knocked out of play by the Algonquins. Durham throws it back into play. A slide kick is made, pushing the ball back out of play once again. Durham Lords in possession of the ball. Durham setting up a kick from the side of the field. It's explosive. Sends it over to his fellow Lord. And the ball seemingly goes in. Seems as if that was not a goal for the Durham Lords. Huge kick from the Algonquin goalie, resulting in the ball going out of play. Durham Lords take advantage of this, send the ball straight downfield onto the Algonquin side. They're struggling for control right now. There are too many Algonquin defenders. Durham looking for a great offensive opportunity, sending it over to the right side of the field, hoping to open up their defense and get that goal. Algonquin playing very good defense, sending the ball out of play. Algonquin with possession of the ball, goalie currently holding it, setting up a big kick, trying to keep the ball away from his goalpost. A big kick is made, sending the ball over into the center of the field. Algonquin and Durham both go out for it. Durham currently in possession of the ball, looking to make a big power play. They have to get this goal. Passing the ball over down to the right side of the field, pushing it down into the Wolves' territory. Big shot is made, a big block from the Algonquin Wolves. Durham looking to get repossession of the ball, trying to line up a shot. A big shot is made, but it goes over the goalpost. It appears that is game, leaving the Durham Lords men's team with no points, and the men's Algonquin Wolves with 1 point, concluding the game.